All right. Good afternoon. Hope everybody had a great day. I know it's tough to re-enter class and everything, but hopefully you did well today. Okay, first, I just want to tell us what square numbers are. Like square root of one, we would read this symbol as square root of one is one, since one squared is one. Square root of four is two, since two squared is four. Is this to the second power? Yes. Does it like, can it also be squared? Yes, because it's the area formula for a square, side times side. All right, so here's the joke. Why do trees hate math? It gives them square roots. Anyways, that was my joke. But I also wanted to show you what squares are. Okay. Let's move on to, oh, I didn't even connect the thing. Let me pause. All right. So today we continued work, sorry, on our patterns where we have two rules. And today we're going to turn those rules into ordered pairs. If we remind ourselves, a coordinate pair or an ordered pair is an X, Y unit point. Like those two coordinates are for 1 point. Okay, so let's just remind ourselves a few things. 2/4 equals 1/2 and all the other things. 2/8 equals 1/4. X, Y are the coordinate points. Volume is length, width, height. And I'll have to see what other tools we're picking up along the way. Okay. All right. So I love how we get to, again, practice plotting points. The X, Y. Rule 1 is the X. Rule 2 is the Y. Okay. And then just finding that relationship in between. It could go from X to Y and Y to X. Rule 1 to 2, 2 to 1. So let's look at this one. We have rule 1 going to rule 2. Looks like rule 1 times 1/4, right? Rule 1 times 1/4 equals rule 2. Also, rule 1 divided by 4 equals rule 2, which means rule 2 times 4 equals rule 1. Okay? All right. Let's look at a new set of goals. I love this. Start at 0, add 5. 0, 5, 10, 15. 4, 8, 12. Also, I forgot to mention that these numbers that are in the same spot are what we call corresponding. That's another really important, it's another really important geometry word. Like congruent means equal, corresponding means match, and in the same spot. And we talk about that with angles and obviously locations and points. So 0 corresponds to 0, 5 corresponds to 4, 10 corresponds to 8. Those are corresponding, they're matching. All right. Next page. Ooh, we're going to plot and label the point. This is so fun, by the way. All right. So my points are from the other page. All right, I'm actually going to make an XY chart because I want to set myself up for the future, and it's a little bit easier because then I have them in order. 0, 0, 5, 4, 10, 8, 15, 12. Okay, so I have 0, 0. Then I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I have 15, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And those are my 4 points. I don't need to necessarily use a straight edge, but I just need to get those points in there. This is point A, B, C, D. This is point A, B, C, D. Okay. If the pattern continued, what would be the next ordered pair for E? Okay. Well, this would be 20. So it would be 20 and 16. Right? Plot and label point E. 20. Oh, look, it's right there. 2016. This is E, and it would go straight through. Okay. All right. See how fun that was. Okay. Next. What are the coordinates of point D? All right, remember it's X, Y. So D is 30, X, which is side to side, and then 120. Okay. Describe some of the patterns you notice. So I'm going to make a T-chart so I can notice those patterns. C, D, E, F. Okay, 0, 0. And so even though it doesn't tell me to do this, 1040 tell me to do a T-chart, I'm going to do it because I want to be able to see the information in like a clear way. 30, 120, E, 40, 160, F is 50, 200. Okay, so it looks like from X to Y, I'm multiplying by 4, right? X to Y, 30 times 4. And then from Y to X, look like I am dividing by 4 or multiplying by 1/4. All right. So that's what I was doing here. All right. So some patterns I noticed. All right. So X, this is rule 1, rule 2. All right. So rule 1 is 1/4 of rule 2. Rule 2 is 4 times rule 1. There we go. That works for me. Okay. Using the grid below, select all the true statements. The numbers, this is rule 1, rule 2. This is 0, 0. I just want to write the coordinates down. 3, 6, so I can see them. 6, 12, I can already see a relationship. And then that's going to be 9, 18. Okay. The numbers in rule 2 are twice as long. Yeah, that's true because rule 2 is double, right? It's also double. The numbers in rule 2 are half as much. No, that's not true. If the number in rule 1 is 6, the corresponding rule 1 is 9. No, because this already says 12. The number in rule 1 are half. Yes. So like double from rule 1 to 2, half from rule 2 to 1. All right, let's do some vocab matching, some of my favorite things. Match each vocabulary word. Top number in a fraction tells you how many parts are being counted. That is a numerator, A. Okay. The result of multiplication problem, product. Math tool made of 2 number lines that cross at 0. Ooh, a coordinate plane. Sorry. A number that includes both a whole number and a fraction is a mixed number. Number with a decimal point used to show parts of a whole. Number with a decimal point, E. Fractions that have the same value but look different, equivalent fractions, F. The result of a division problem, quotient. How to find an answer that's close but not exact, estimate. The amount of space something takes up measured in cubic units, I. Bottom number in a fraction that tells us how many parts in the whole, J. Okay, I'm pretty sure you had most of those. If not, take a second to work on it. Okay, now last 7 reviews. What's the value of the 7? That's in the 10,000s place. So the value is 70,000. All right, 43 times 6, and this is tenths times tenths is going to equal hundredths. 18, 24, 25 hundredths, which means I divide it by 100 equals 2 and 58 hundredths. Okay. This is going to be 3.75 divided by 0 and 5/10. I'm going to multiply by 10 because that tells me to. Multiply by 10. This is 37 and 5/10 divided by 5. So this is an equivalent expression. So it's 37 and 5/10 divided by 5. 5 goes into 37 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. 25 decimal bump 5. So this is equal to 7 and 5/10. Okay, number 4, 2/5 plus 3/10. I'm going to write it vertically. 3/10 is a freebie because I'm going to get this equal to 10 times 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So now I have 4 plus 3/10. That's 7/10. Now I'm subtracting mixed numbers, which is 4.5 minus 2 3/4. I want to make sure that this is, and that's my toolkit. 2/4, and I can write that without any of the extra stuff. But now I see I have 4 2/4 minus 2 3/4. And I have to borrow. This is going to be 3 plus 4/4. 4/4 is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. I'm just redistributing these. So really I have 6/4 minus 3/4 is 3/4. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay. Rectangular prism has length, volume is length, width, height. See my toolkit. 6 times 3 times 2, 18 times 2, or 6 times 6, 36 centimeters cubed, 3 dimensions. And finally, the value of this expression, 6 plus 12 minus 2, because I've gotten it down to one number, one value. I can release the x parentheses, and then I have 6 plus 12, 18 minus 2 is 16. Okay, hopefully you got the same thing. Once I multiplied, then I go from left to right, addition, subtraction. Have a great night. See you on Thursday.